Alrighty. Alrighty then. Check 1, 2, everybody. What's going on? Just getting everything finished and set up. Say hello to everyone like we normally do. Welcome, Gregor Knots. Hee hee hee. I will never not be tickled and pickled by that. Gregor Knots represent indeed. What's up, everybody? Let's see here, everybody. Oh, the humidity in here is low. I'm likely gonna have to like retune this guitar a good amount. Oh yeah. I think I'll refill my humidifier, everybody. Let's see here. What is that? Weezer? A little Weezer action? Check. What is that? Right? Weezer? Right? Everyone can hear that all right? How about this now? How about this now? Yeah, all right. Everything sounds good. Mute all that. I gotta refill my humidifier. Remember, everyone, humidifiers are important. Ugh. I'm on my laundry room back there. Ugh. All right. Does Gregor Knots have to do with Saga Nuts? Maybe. It might as well. Honestly. All right. So all of the sound is working properly. Let me adjust this view to just be a little bit straight. Oh, wrong way or right way? That should be good. Yeah, looks straight to me. Straight enough, at least. Straight enough, he says. Gregor Knots. What does Gregor Knots mean, or what does Saga Nuts mean? Because one of those is very, very different from the other one. Hell yeah. People like, well, you know what? I freaking love this song too. I also love Grapes as well. Hell yeah. Gregor Knots. So Gregor Knots was a name for you guys, for the chat, for people who hang out in Matty Greg's comment section and his chats and stuff, that somebody else came up with. Was it wait, why can I not remember? Was it I'm gonna go find out who came up with Gregor Knots. Somebody did, and it's just, I think it's a play on words on astronauts. You know what I mean? What's up, astronauts? Now what's up Gregor Knots? I don't know why I cannot remember who came up with Gregor Knots, but somebody definitely did. Something about I need to know who came up with Gregor Knots because it's so iconic. And I keep telling myself I'm going to remember who came up with it, and I keep not remembering. It's at the top of one of my streams somewhere. Nope, not that one. I thought it was part 1 of Leave It in My Dreams. Somebody said it. Yeah, maybe I'll find out later. Or maybe I'll find out now. I'm like fixating on this right now. Oh, is that why? Somebody's taking much too long. All right, friends, I can't find it, so I guess I will find out later, simply. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll find out later. Sorry. So Gregor Knots, play on words of astronauts. And it's what I call, what we're going to call the people like you who are here hanging out with Maddie Greg. You guys are all Gregor Knots. Someone else called it the Gregor Gang too. So like whatever you want. Gregor Knots, Gregor Gang. I think it's nice. It's sweet. Like how one of those big YouTube guys like Danny Gonzalez or something calls his chat, he's like Greg or Dave or something like that. It's just like, hey Dave, instead of hey chat, just calls him Dave. Alrighty. Nice. God, that's some good bridge tone there. Do you guys want me to do a recap of what we learned first couple times, or probably not? I mean, if you want a review, a recap of that, you can go look it up, right? Because we did it. Yeah. That's good. Somebody said that the chorus. All right, we want to recap. Okay, so let's see here. I won't do a recap of the whole or we can do a recap. Okay, do you want a recap of just what we did last time, or a recap of the whole song? I mean, it depends on how quickly you guys want to get into this. Maybe I'll just go really fast. Maybe we just go really fast, right? Alrighty. Recap. Okay, so we discovered in part 1 of this that the intro basically is just this like gospel situation where it's like it's like a modified gospel thing, like a 1-6-4 down to 5-3 suspension kind of situation, because you know how let's see, we're in the key of C, right? We're in the key of G. Key of G, we should say. You know that thing was like that kind of thing? That's kind of what's happening at the beginning of this whole song. Because we're gonna do this. Yeah. It kind of just repeats this like gospel-ish suspension situation onto the 1 chord, and then kind of on the 5 chord as well, where I think it does the same kind of situation. Yeah. I gotta figure out, remember exactly what it is, because the bass line under that second time went. Oops, sorry. Yeah, there's the 1 at the, and then the 5 to the 5-1st inversion situation. So yeah, it's like the same thing there, or it's like a gospel-ish sus thing. That's what's happening in the intro, really. And then it kicks into the verse. Really cool. G major. We'll say that. G major. Very solidly G major. That's what we see here. Yeah. Yep, that's kind of that kind of thing, right, everybody? And then he kind of repeats it here. Yep. Exactly. Then we go into the verse. And the verse is really cool. So, because we are seeing this, let me see, you guys. We got G major here, right? Especially with, we got a nice F sharp there. F sharp's in the chat. And then we immediately get hit with a change. Going into the verse now, where we get, I believe we start with a 4 add 6 situation, and then we go to a flat 7 add, was it a sharp 11? There was definitely like a Lydian-ish vibe going on there. And then we go right down to the 6 chord. I believe it was a 6. Yeah. A 6 minor 7. Going then to a 3 major 7. Or 3 minor 7. I believe that's what we saw there, because we had this little melody situation happening on top, right? So we get the intro. Oh, sorry. Right, boom, pakapoo. We're going to our 6, the 4 chord, right? Yeah, the darling, and then here's the cool part, right? It goes darling. There's that Lydian feeling, that sharp 11 over this F natural. So right off the bat, in the beginning of the song, we have an F sharp right in the beginning, like this, right? When we go to the second part and we do the, right? We got those F sharps. Then we hit ourselves a C chord. Oh, hold on a second. And then we immediately go to an F natural. So that's really cool, because we are, with this chord, invoking Mixolydian immediately, but also it's this one's really interesting, because you are in Mixolydian with that, because we're still very clearly G major, but you have a Lydian flavor to it because it has a sharp 11 for that flat 7. The sharp 11 is natural to the key of G major that we're in. But because we have this accidental with the flat 7, it becomes a sharp 11 chord, right? It's really, really, really neat. And then when we go to this 3 chord, we immediately go back to major, because we have the F sharp here, right? We got F natural for this chord, and then for this chord we go right back to an F sharp. It's really, really, really neat, and it's really cool. Right? The darling, darling, over the phone, right? And then we quickly go to the, let's see here, yeah. Really, really neat stuff. Oh, wait. Well, that's right. It kind of does a sus4 situation there. Still remains. We just love that 7. I just have never heard, you guys tell me if you have this, I've never heard a chord progression that so effortlessly goes back and forth between 2 modes in the same loop over and over and over. Mixolydian major, back and forth in perpetuity. And it just sounds so natural and smooth. It's really, really cool, really great. When we get to the chorus, situation. We have a much faster harmonic rhythm, which really brings up the energy of the whole situation. And we kind of do this. It's oh no, it's 1. It really quickly goes 1, 1, 2, 5. And this one was actually a 7. I believe it was a 5, 7, add 6. It's like really wacky. Oh yeah, that one's an add 6 too. There's always all these extensions and things going on here. And then we hit the 3 minor 7 again. Right, exactly. So this nice longer chord progression with all of this kind of modal mixture stuff, and then we get into the chorus. We're very, very solidly quickly in G major again, but it also really ups the energy a lot, because if you look at the harmonic rhythm, the speed at which these chords are going by, you know, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get 1 bar per chord, but then as soon as you get to this chorus section, it all of a sudden goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't wake so early. You get up in the morning, it just hurts. So the harmonic rhythm is doubled. Double the harmonic rhythm there. And that's part of what makes it give it such an energy boost, is because we're now moving through chords, moving through sections of harmony and feeling and tension release twice as fast. Including the bass line in this part is really nice, to the point where, like, it honestly, only upon analysis does it become clear that it is a chord progression. If you're just listening to this, it kind of just feels like it's a riff, honestly, because the bass line is like, sorry, wait. The bass line just moves through there so fast that honestly, it just kind of feels like a riff. And it's a great riff too, you know. Something like that. I think it's a great bass line. Seriously, we spent a lot of time talking about how good the bass line was last time, which is really neat. And you have all these different guitar parts. You got this one like kind of arpeggioed guitar part. This kind of this like got that one guitar part, and the other part's like, which somebody compared to Island in the Sun last time. People were like, wait, that song isn't Island in the Sun? And it's like basically the same thing, actually. Yep. That's kind of how we ended the whole thing. It's been like, yeah, it turns out that chorus section of Leave It in My Dreams is... it is very, very similar. The first 3 chords at the very least are really similar to Leave It in My Dreams, which is hilarious. You'd be like, sorry to wake so early, you get up in the morning, it just hurts. I don't wanna hear what I can't mime. Anywhere with you could change my mind. When you're on a holiday, you define no words to say. All the things that come to you, and I wanna feel them too, darling. Someone do it, and it's certainly gonna be me, probably. A mashup between Leave It in My Dreams and Island in the Sun. Hilarious. Some other call-out things. So the drums, the drums in are great, but what were we talking about? The bass. The bass in particular is really awesome in this. So I was oversetting. Are you in a band? My voice is really nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I do have a project here. I'm based out of New York City as an artist, and we have a project here where we put on shows for you know, infrequently, but we kind of like try to like pack them in there. We're not playing shows like every month, but we do like a themed bill, building some community, playing music on a certain theme. We've also played like just albums front to back as well. We did the Strokes, we did the Beatles, we did My Chemical Romance, and we get a bunch of other bands and everything. It's a really great series we've been doing. And the project is called Did You Make Any Friends? And if anyone in the chat can tell me about the, can guess what we're trying to reference by naming the project Did You Make Any Friends? You'll get just good Greg or not points. Good, we'll call them Greggies. Get 5 Greggies. I don't know how I'm gonna keep that branding thing going. Anyway, but I also have original music out myself, just under Maddie Gregg. It's on this YouTube channel, it's on Spotify, it's on all over the place. And there will be more music coming soon, I promise. Lots more music coming soon, including from the project Did You Make Any Friends? But I'm flattered that you think my voice is nice. Thank you. Drums are great. Verse, something that we talked about was the part, the don't overthink it, that part, right? And something that's really cool about that part is the kind of this battling of like rhythms on the same note, right? Because you do have the one guitar part kind of going, which is the same note as don't overthink it. I'm sorry, and then it does go to don't overthink it. He does go down there, but it's the same note. Don't overthink, right? It's the same thing. And that's a big reason why I think that part is so cool, is because you kind of get this like interesting, like, I don't know, it's kind of like Latin and or perhaps more accurate to like African like rhythm on the same pitch against these two things, you know? Like if it was just one person going don't overthink it, it wouldn't be as good as having the two of them together. It's like don't overthink it, right? Like that is so cool, the way they overlap rhythmically and pitch wise is the really cool thing about that. Also, you are prepared to hear that part because even before he sings that part, the guitarist through the whole verse, every time that they reach that part in the progression, he does keep doing, keeps playing that. So you're kind of prepared to enjoy that when he finally gets there and like syncs up with the guitar part there. And that thing of like, that idea, that concept of the parts being separate from each other until they link up is, like, seems to me a major theme in this song, because you do see that where you have the bass and the two guitars are all playing very separate ideas until they actually all come together for that, the part where it's like, that part, they all come together, right? Because you have the one guitar part doing this arpeggio thing. Right? On that kind of riffy bit, he's lined up with the exact same time that this other guitar part goes. That part, right? They link up right there. And now the bass as well, doing a totally separate thing, kind of going. And then it goes. Bam. Right when it gets there, they link up, right? So it's this fascinating thing where we have these instruments all playing all these different textures with these different rhythms, and then they just link up to kind of hit you really strongly with an idea, rhythmically or melodically or something like that. And that's definitely a call-out point for this, which is really cool. So then moving on to that bridge section is, believe it or not, a reprise of the intro, right? Bridge is an intro reprise with the full band now, right? Now you do get the you get the bass playing that riff, right? The bass goes on to play the that thing that we heard in the beginning. The bass starts playing that. And that guitar keeps playing that part, while the keys start playing that part with this really interesting, like this auto filter, like tremolo situation, which is really neat. And then you have another guitar part just kind of doing this like pedal situation. Somebody's taking much too long. They harmonize with each other. It's really, really very interesting. Oh, and the voice does that same thing where it plays this, right? Somebody's taking much too long. Somebody's taking much too long. Wait, somebody's taking much too long. I'm coming to bed. I'm coming to bed. Right? So in all of these sections, whether it's the verse, the chorus, or the bridge, you have this really interesting phenomenon happening where you have all these parts seemingly functioning, doing their own thing separate from each other that kind of come together, kind of like the whirring of this beautiful machine, right? Before suddenly different groupings of them will all suddenly just like turn to the camera together and like do something in sync that you didn't expect to really emphasize something either rhythmically, harmonically, melodically, that ends up being really, really cool. So next time you listen to the song, pay attention to that. Pay attention to how it seems like everything's off doing it. Every part of this machine is doing its own little thing, and then there will be moments where they all of a sudden link up with each other and they're working parallel together doing something rather than kind of being off doing their own thing. And that's the cool thing, is they come together, link up, and they do a parallel thing, and then they poof go off in their own directions again. It's really, really cool. And you put that together with some really cool harmonies and chords playing around, really great structuring of the song, great performances, right? We're talking about how good the bass is. We were talking about how good the drums are, and Alex is such a good drummer. We also talked about how amazing Julian's vocal performance is, and that we really could do a whole live stream dedicated to specifically just talking about his vocal performances in these and breaking down the nuances of them, because he is definitely somebody who, you know, I've long thought this, and the more I look into it, the more I think it to be verified, that, you know, and I tell this, I also teach lessons, and I tell this to my voice students, that all the instrumentalists in the band, they gotta rehearse, they gotta, you know, basically choreograph what they're doing, right? They before they come to practice, they've learned, all right, my fingers go here and do it like this, and this is how I finger this is how I play this, you know what I mean? They practice and rehearse that, so before they come to practice, they know how they're going to do everything, how their fingers are physically going to be doing everything, and they practice the proper form, the proper techniques, those kinds of things. Singers really ought to be doing the same thing, and especially you see this if you study voice in any like classical manner, that they study how to shape your mouth, how you're going to pronounce things, how you're going to move your body, how you're going to move the placements of your voices during the song. They choreograph the song, they prepare for the song the same way that all the other instrumentalists in the band have to do. And Julian certainly does this, especially because if you go look at multiple performances of the same song, he kind of does the same thing in all of them, which means that he put in that hard work to figure out how he's going to do everything, which is great. And that's actually something you see most singers in this kind of like rock, alternative, modern sphere, they don't do that. They don't really practice like that. They just get out there and just send it. And that's how you get some interesting choices. You get inconsistencies, you get all kinds of stuff. But his voice is really phenomenal in this. There you go. Somebody's taking much too long. Somebody's taking much too long. I'm coming to bed. I'm coming to bed. And then we go into the guitar solo, which is what we're here for today. So, anyone in the chat got any final questions on the recap before we hit the guitar solo? Any questions? Any thoughts? Oh, wait. That's okay. Take your time. Look at the framing of everything. You can see my face over here still? Yeah. That's good. Okay. So, while you guys are perhaps thinking about typing stuff out like that, any questions if you have on the recap or the review or anything, I think what we'll do is take a listen to the solo, right? And I'm just warning you guys now, I'm a little bit nervous for this solo because this is quite a solo. It's quite something. And I've said this before multiple times on the streams that, you know, if I feel like I'm wasting our time, I will just look up a tab. I will use the resources if we have to. But I'm going to try to show you guys what it would be like to try to transcribe this stuff by ear in time to see what happens, right? It's people really like, it seems to me, they really like to see the process happen, which is very flattering and fun for me. I mean, it feels like we're figuring out a puzzle together. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. But, you know, if we're having difficulty with it, then we will just use the resources if we need to. But why don't I just jump direct to the resources? Because sometimes there's not resources. So especially in this era where there's so much music around, and also I swear that like stuff on like ultimateguitar.com and like even like people on YouTube like teach lessons and stuff, like it's becoming less accurate. I swear. I don't know why, but it seems to me that like you go look up a tab now and you're like, yeah, it's not as reliable as it used to be, I don't think. And so for that reason, whether it's not reliable or there just isn't any resources of a tab or anything out there, it's really great skill to like be able to go through and figure it out by ear. And it may take many hours, but sometimes when you really want to learn something, that's what you got to do. So that's what we're going to do together. All right. So, let's just take a listen through to this solo together just to appreciate how good it is. All right. How's that? Move forward to the hey! Yeah, wow. God, that's such a cool and interesting guitar solo. A double guitar solo, too, with 2 guitars. We'll just talk through a couple of the beats, right? So, what do you have in this guitar solo? We have like a little flittle. I'm going to call like a little flittle as like an anacrusis, like as a start to this whole thing. And then you have... I'm going to go back and forth on the 2 guitars. Then you have this, like, I'm going to call it, you know, the molasses section. Molasses section, right? Which is where he kind of does these bends and these runs with all these, lots of open strings. And he does it he plays it in such a way that it kind of feels like it's happening in slow motion, right? He's definitely he's either behind the beat or maybe he's playing it in triplets or something, but it's really interesting, right? It makes you feel, that's why I call it the molasses section. Like it's so cool. It's a great section. And a nice call out for that, by the way, that I can make is, yeah, that's the little flittle that I'm talking about. Right? Something like that. Is that one? And it's hard to say if that's a different guitar. Okay, this is a really cool little thing. You can hear, by the way, if you listen to this, that on that first bend, what is that? That's bending up to the 1, right? So, yeah, it gets to the 1 with a 1. So, what's that gonna be? We're in the key of G. So probably something like, and that's probably what he's doing, right? That's what he's doing. I just bent. I think that's how he starts there. On that bend, you can actually hear the compressor start to engage. If you listen to that, you can hear the room noise, the amp noise, come up slowly as he holds that bend out. That's a really cool little thing that for all you people who, anybody who is a engineer or they just mix and master your own stuff or anything, you can hear that that compressor is engaging. So there, that could either be a compressor kind of bringing up the, it's actually what you're actually hearing is the compressor releasing, right? Which means it's kind of bringing the room back in. It might also be volume automation, because perhaps when they were holding that out, they didn't have all of the sustain on that they wanted. So in order to keep that the same volume in the mix, they were probably automating it so that as he was holding that bend out, that they kept pushing it with the volume automation slowly going up so that it stayed at that level in the mix. But you can hear that kick in, which is really a very cool little thing when you open your ears to stuff like that. Yep, and then it disappears right away. You can hear though that the sound of that amp just goes away, right? How cool is that? And then it kicks on, right? There's a little molasses section with open strings. A flittle. I'm gonna change the name from Flittle Anacrusis to like Flittle. And you know what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna have the same guitar be the same color, and I think that's actually all one guitar right there. So we have the flittle, the rundown, you know, right, and then he kicks on overdrive. He kicks on some overdrive right there to enter this kind of this hammer-on pull-off section. That's very short, right? Hammer-on pull-off section. That's really, really quick, right? And then we change guitars, I believe, right? Yep. Oh yeah, and then the other guy, look at this. Now the other guitar comes in with the flittle rundown, right? Flittle rundown 2 now on the other guitar, right? Purple is the guitar on the right, red is the guitar on the left, right? And then he does the wow, and he does that. We're gonna call it a sequence. It's kind of like this. Yeah, we're gonna do a. It's almost like sweeping. If anyone's a sweep picker, it's kind of like, it's, to me sounds like it's kind of like sweep picking. But he's not quite sleeping. It's more like a sequence. It's a sequence of arpeggios. With lots of pull-offs kind of situation with it's reminiscent of sweep picking. Yeah. Very conversational, yes. Less intense version of this. It's like a less intense version of the solo from The Adults Are Talking. Yeah, it is very conversational, which is really cool. Very cool. Yep, and then they come in together. Good, because I can't sweep pick for shit. Well, I can't really sweep pick for shit either. I used to practice it when I was much younger, like in middle school and high school, when I first started playing guitar. And I was like, oh, I want to learn how to sweep. No, it never really happened. Wow, why am I so blurry? Come back. Hello. But I'm not, just because it's not actually sweep picking doesn't mean it would be easier to play than sweep picking. Okay, so then I'm going to go to blue for both guitars. Both now. Both guitars do this very, you know, these like dissonant, these like dissonant counter melodies, right? With and then they kind of flittle out into delay repeats. Ding 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 ding. And that's pretty much the structure of the solo, right? We have the one guitar, then the other guitar, and then they go together, right? So that's what we're gonna try to do here. The pull-offs are kind of a lot like the beginning guitar solo in Nirvana's version of Love Buzz. It just sounds sweeter. Yeah. Yep. I haven't heard Love Buzz from Nirvana in a while. Let's go take a listen to that. The beginning guitar solo for Love Buzz by Nirvana. Off Bleach. Let's hear it. Yep. Yep, exactly. That kind of thing. Exactly like that. It's kind of, I don't know, you do kind of do this, like, bar thing, and kind of like, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. That's as far as I can really do. I haven't practiced a technique like that in a long time. This guy keeps flying further and further that way. Come back. You know what else? You know what else is that like? It's like at the, it's also the end of Danny California. That Shante solo, the end of Danny California, also has a similar kind of technique to this. This song stinks. Any Pat Finnerty fans out there? All right. Yeah, this part. It's a very, very similar thing, just with all these pull-offs and stuff. Yep, something like that. Let me just also say this, that, like I said, if I can't figure this stuff out, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think if we're wasting all of our time, I will just go and look up a tab and we'll analyze it like that. You could still do an analysis of it. But, all right, let's hop into it. Something tells me, I'm going to pull it up on YouTube because something tells me that we will likely have to slow it down, right? There's something they say, if you can hum it, they say if you can hum it, you can strum it, right? So if something's moving too fast for you to hear what all the notes are accurately, it'd be nice if you could slow it down. So I could slow it down on YouTube because you can play it back like half speed, quarter speed, 75% speed, and then listen to it like that. You could probably hum it out and then transcribe it like that, right? All right, everyone, let's get in there. Let's do let's see if we can take a look at that flittle situation, right? And I'm just gonna go right to the slowdown. All right, I'm just gonna slow it down all right off the bat. Yep, could be. This is gonna be a weird, embarrassing one. I think it's kind of ends up. I think it's just like running down like the, something like that, right? Do. He's really just high up there, something like that. Leo, what is going on, my friend? Good to see you. I gotta be able to hear what note that is. That's the thing. It just comes by so fast. I think it is that, right? I think he just goes from the 1, 7, 6 down to the 5. I think it just does down like that, right? And I think it just does it in octaves. Something like that, man. I don't know. Pick your poison. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Let me do a little chromatic situation there. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. The little flittle. He's doing something chromatic. I don't know. So we got the 7, the 6, and the 5 in the scale, key of G. He's doing something chromatic there. The question is, does he do the chromatic between, or does he just do the flat 7 there? Oh, wait. Does he go on the flat 7 there? I don't know. I feel like I could hear the 7 there. I don't know. Let me double check. We're getting there. I think he does start on the natural 7. I think he does the natural 7. Let me play with it. I'll have to go quieter. Nope, I was wrong. Okay. See, that's just my ear trying to fill things in when you can't hear it. He definitely just goes chromatically down. He goes down all 4 steps, starting from F natural, the flat 7. That's what he does there for sure. I don't know what he does after, but that first run is definitely just that. Chromatic rundown, the flittle. I don't know, man. Won't blame you if this part isn't perfect, but you sound close right now. Thank you, Drake. Thank you for giving me that grace. We definitely have that. That one's correct. I'm not saying that anything else will be correct, but that one we got. All right, so they'll call this the flittle, right? The flittle definitely does a chromatic rundown, chromatic descent. Can you guys read this? Should I be writing larger? Let me know. The chromatic rundown from the flat 7 to the flat 7 to the 6 to the flat 6 to the 5, right? Bink. The chromatic descent there. Again, let me know if I'm writing too small, everybody. I can do it. Definitely that. He just kind of puts his 4 fingers on there and just goes doo-doo-doo, right? And then what is there's the second one as well. Interesting. Hold on a second. There's something else there. That's so interesting. It gets really low there. Hold on, I want to hear. I'm wondering if that isn't like a delay pedal with an octave down on it. I think it is. I think that he does that little rundown, and he has they have a, that might be a studio trick. You could do it with guitar pedals, but I'm not sure why you might go through the trouble doing that. But it sounds like they're doing this on a long repeat. So it's like, you know what I mean? The guitar pedal doing the delay there, and then they pitch that delay down an octave or 2 octaves. That's what it sounds like to me right now. And you know what? Now we're gonna use our other resource. I wonder if I can find a good video of them. I want to find a video of them playing it live and see if I can see what their fingers are doing for this, right? These are the two resources. Before we look up a tab, these are our resources. Slowing it down and then going and looking up a video and looking at their fingers and stuff, right? But I think that he's doing a delay there. I want to see if I can find that guitar solo and look at his fingers. Okay, so let me share my screen with you on this right now. Share sound, share screen. So look at this. It's gonna cut to black as soon as the guitar solo starts. So, oh boy, I can't see his fingers. That sucks. But I'll tell you what you can hear in listening to this live version. There is no echo there, right? Because on the record, you can clearly hear it's like something like that, right? Something like that. Even though that second one, the lower one, is much quieter and kind of like filtered. Here in this live version, it's not there. There's nothing there. Listen, it just goes straight to the solo. Did you guys hear that? You heard it, didn't you? Yeah. So that's it. That is the flittle. That's that. And then either in the studio with either in post-production using like plugins and editing, or with a guitar pedal in the studio, they added that like delay tail with like a pitch shift on it to just like fill that space. But for all intents and purposes, playing live, you're just gonna do that, right? Kind of situation. Kind of neat. Something like that. So that's really cool. That's really the flittle there. The chromatic rundown with pitched down delay. Neat. Very neat. That's what happens there. Okay. Now, a question I would like to ask everybody is, I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Is this just the chorus, right? Let's listen to the bass line and ask ourselves, what is the bass doing during this guitar solo, right? What chord changes, essentially, if any, are we playing over? So let's listen. Right, it's kind of doing this. So it's just the chorus. It's just the chorus. All right, everybody. It's just the chorus. That bass line is just the chorus. So they are soloing over these chord changes. It's kind of 1, 2, 5, 5-ish thing. That's what we're soloing over, right? Just so everyone knows. So, excellent. Let's now listen to that guitar solo, right? We got the... Yep, so the classic, bend up to the 1, right? Whether with the vibrato situation. All right, so I'm still gonna call it the molasses section. I hope you guys are okay with that. The flittle, it's still that same guitar, so we'll call this the molasses section. Flittle, molasses, starts with a good old big bend up to the 1, right? Bam. Nice big bend up to the 1 before kind of, you know, flitting off. That's kind of what happens there. This nice vibrato. That's probably not clear that that's a 1, but it is nonetheless. It's my life and I can brown. Yep, exactly. Brown. Right. Okay. So, yeah. That's the molasses section, right? Yeah. Maybe here. Yep. I mean, this is just the process, guys. If you can hum it, you can strum it. So there's gonna be a lot of humming in this one. You can hear a lot of open strings, right? It's the open string section. So that is, you got that leading tone, the. But yeah, but it sounded like there was a bend, right? That's a 3, goes into the 3. Okay, so. I know there's a lot of guitar, a lot of open strings in there. So we bend from the. We kind of just go an octave up, right? We bend in this lower octave. And then we just go an octave up and do that. And then we come down, right? Because it's. Ti do la fa sol mi. Because you're looking for F sharp, G, E, and know that first one is a bend, which means you can hit that E with the open E. So F sharp, G, E, and then you can do the C up to a D, right? F sharp, G, E, C, D. And then he hits a B, which is your next open string. So it's kind of like. Wow. I have to tab this out, everybody. How does he play it? We know there's going to be a bunch more open strings because it sure sounds like a lot more open strings, right? And we kind of do this like, yeah, we're going to call it 7 bend up to the 1. Maybe I'll use like a different color for the open strings, right? So 7 bend up to 1, and then we hit the 6. Do, 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 do. And then we do the 4. 7 bend 6 is, yeah, that's what we're going to do is the brown color will be open strings, all right? And we're doing scale degrees, right? I mean, does everyone know their scale degrees? Tell me you know your scale degrees, everybody, and that I'm not just like writing this crazy alien language for you. 4 up to 5, and then the 3. So we're kind of going down. We're kind of going down the scale in this kind of hopscotch pattern, right? Yeah. That kind of feels like a scale exercise, doesn't it? This nice little hopscotch pattern situation. But there's still a bunch more in there, so let's keep listening. We're gonna have to slow this down. That's just going too fast for me to hear like that. You know, actually, you know, this is, you know what they used to do? You know your scale degrees somewhat. I understand scale degrees. Is it always relative to Ionian? Do people ever notate 1 equals tonic if, say, a song is an Aeolian? Gotta count your way up the scale. Okay, well, would people prefer I use solfege or the notes, perhaps? Would you prefer that? I will say, though, in terms of understanding the actual contour of what is happening, notating it and figuring out what it is in the scale degrees is the most important thing, really. That's how you can actually learn something from these songs, right? So I'm incensed to say we're going to continue with the scale degrees, because it's just kind of really the best way to learn this stuff. Okay, quick question: is it always relative to Ionian? Do people ever notate where 1 equals tonic if, say, a song is Aeolian? Great question. Scale degrees are not always relative to Ionian, certainly not. What 1 always is 1 is the root. It's the tonal center, right? So, you know, Ionian is the basis of everything, right? I'm kind of gonna flip this around for right now. So Ionian is the basis of everything. Yeah, it's the root. Right, but how does that work otherwise, right? So for major, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with the understanding that this is like your whole half, whole half, back up to 1 situation. This is just, you know, you need a baseline for this kind of stuff. So this is your baseline, is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, whole half, whole half step situation, and then you can adjust this from there. So if you're in Aeolian, like you say, you still put your root as 1, but rather than having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're gonna have 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. That's what you're gonna do if you're not in Ionian, right? Like in mine, you got flat 3, flat 6, flat 7, but the root is still your 1. Make sense? If it doesn't, look it up or buy a private lesson from me. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, this is why I really like scale degrees, is because they're always modifiable, right? You can always just like say like, oh yeah, it's a flat 3, and it also leaves room for like modal mixture really well, right? Because it's like, yeah, it's like the song is in G major. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then when we temporarily go to Mixolydian, before we hit that F natural, you call that the flat 7, right? So you have Mixolydian and Lydian, sorry, Mixolydian and major in there because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but then Mixolydian 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, same root right there, right? Yeah. Cool. So we're all in on scale degrees. Something like that. So this is interesting to say. So with your scale, with your open strings here, you have the 6, the 3, and the 1 in your open strings here. I wonder if he's just doing that. Regardless. Okay, let's see here. I think I'm hearing F sharp, G, A, C, and that's the other thing that's also for scale degrees too. Is it's way easier to sing in solfege. Go T, do, re. That's so much faster and easier in your head than F sharp, G, A. I think that's starting to get somewhere. That's tight. Ooh, because you can go down the strings in a really interesting way. That's so sick. I really hope that's what they're doing. And if it's not, like again, if it's not, then I'm gonna use that. So then you end up with that chord. What a nice thing that is. Nice. Woo! I love that. I don't even know if that's it, but I'm gonna keep going. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of does. He kind of goes up there, right? Is that what he's doing? Woof. Oh wait, yeah, I'm missing something here. Oh. Is that? I think that's it. Hold on. I think we're missing. I'm probably playing along with it, I guess. Oh yeah. I got the rhythms. I have like the rhythms of it all right, but I just am missing something. I don't think it's that simple. Oh yeah, I think he's. Duh. I feel like I'm missing some open strings. All right, we gotta slow it down even more, everybody. This is neat. Yeah. Something like that, right? It's so hard to hear because there's, you know, these open strings are all still ringing while it's happening. Oh, does he do a little chromatic moment there? I think he does. He just do that? Something like that. I think that's what I'm hearing here, right? This is the problem, is I can't quite hear, because I know we're aiming for the one down here, but I can't hear if we're going. We're definitely not doing that. I don't think we're doing that. I think we're just going. But. One more time. Let me do this. Man, maybe he does. No, he definitely does not. Oh yeah. It has to just be that. because that would make like sequential sense in terms of like just technique on the fretboard. And that makes sense for fretboard theory, right? Kind of start on the B string, go 2 notes, open, 2 notes, open, 2 notes, open, 2 notes, open, right? Maybe bends it up. I'll write it down. So we got. There's something weird there. This like 7, 1, 1. That's definitely there. And then we go 3, and then we go. And then we definitely go 3, 4, then the 5. Oh, yep. I would like to draw this out in a different way. And it might be time to go check out his fingers. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm getting rid of the recap, everybody. Sorry. It's time to really take a look at visually what this is doing as well, right? This is very fascinating, right? Whoopsie. So here's what we kind of have now is we have this 7 up to 1. And then we have a 6 kind of like vibratoing across the whole way. Here, I'll do it like this. This will be good. I was about to do it kind of based on the guitar strings, but maybe I'll just do it like this, right? 7 up to 1, 6. And that'll just like vibrato across. And then we go to the, 4, slide up to 5, not a bend up to 5, but a slide up to 5. Oh, you can't even see that. Dang you, glare. How's that? I think. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find something with his fingers. Yep. Okay. See, that's the nice thing. When you look up the live version, man, you look at the live version, is much more clear. It's going right because there's some weird like microtonal stuff happening in there on the record, right? But now we know. So it's 716 453. 7. Yep, 7 1. But it's like kind of 1. I gotta do like. There's definitely some interesting microtonal stuff going on in this. And then we do come down to the 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. I kind of stopped doing this in order. Whoops. All right, everyone. That's the open string molasses section, right? So I guess I'm gonna take that. Slightly different, but I can go in a different way. So that's what happens in this one, right? Wait. Neat. That's really cool. So what is actually happening here is it's kind of just it's really fascinating that this kind of line of music here, these selection of notes is definitely I'm gonna have to, yeah. Is very, it's decided mechanically by these open strings, right? It's really interesting. We're in the key of G. We're in the key of G. And if you look at these open strings, you got the 6th scale degree, the 3rd scale degree, the 1st scale degree, and then the 5th scale degree, right? And then you would have the 2nd and the 6th again. So in the key of G, these are all in the key, which is interesting. This is one of those fascinating things about like guitar as an instrument, but also just like mechanically like instruments as composing tools, is that they probably wanted the sound more than anything. They were focused on the sound. They wanted those like those open strings with that interesting, you know, feeling, that interesting time feel, that molasses thing. And so they probably weren't thinking so hard about what notes to pick as much as they were like, I definitely want these strings opening, and I'm just going to decide 2 notes and an open string, 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 right? And they probably just kind of figured out generally going a certain direction, like what notes they could pick. There is generally this like up, down situation, right? We got 2 notes up and then down, 2 notes up and then down. That's a bit of a sequence, but then it kind of changes. 2 notes up and then we stay and then go up and up again, right? So there's not a lot of consistency there, right? If they wanted that to be perfectly consistent, well, they would have had to repeat some things, right? They maybe would have had to have been like 7, 1, 6, 4, 5, 3, maybe 2, 3, 1, and then maybe like 6, 7, 5, right? Like if they wanted that to be a sequence like that, it would have to be something like that, right? It would have to be, right? Probably something, yeah. But that now really just starts sounding like a scale exercise, doesn't it? I do actually like that better. Because again, if you were to play that more as a sequence... sorry. I don't like that nearly as much as... That does feel better. That does seem like a better melody to me, which is really interesting. So kind of got lucky on that one, but again, I think they were inspired in direction of how to write that because of the mechanics of the guitar. I think that's really fascinating. Let's see here. An incredible journey. I'm very inspired. The day shows that anything's possible. Hey, make a graph, make a graph. Hey, wow! Fretboard Theory, the $5 trend again. You guys are so kind. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Appreciate it a lot. It's fun. If this is, it feels kind of. I feel like you guys are my friends at this point. So it almost feels weird taking money from you, but don't stop, because thank you, because I don't know. I really like what I'm doing, right? I like what I'm doing. I'm having fun. I think this is stuff that needs to be done. I think this kind of music is, you know, it deserves the analysis that no one else seems to be giving it. And I'm happy that you guys agree. And thank you for your support. Thank you very much for your support. It means a lot. Appreciate it. Okay, let's keep going here. So we did that's the molasses section, right? We got that. And then the they just end up with this ringing guitar, which is really neat. Yeah, making me appreciate the song beyond I ever could know. Yeah, me too. I wonder if I could get that. Let me see if I can get that time feel down. How does he even do that, man? See, I feel like I can only play it straight, but he has this really nice, like, behind the beat feel to it. Yeah, you just gotta feel it. You just really gotta feel it, everybody. Ah, I missed that. Yep. Just gotta put the body into it, you know? Don't make fun of people who make guitar phases. That's the only way to make this stuff happen sometimes, right? Yeah, I thought the song was a poppy song. Yep. I know. How did they make such a poppy song so complex? It's crazy. All right, let's see. Right, that one's easy. Something like that, right? So that's that part, right? Where he kicks on that distortion. And then the other guitar comes in, right? Nice. That one's easy. That part's easy. And then we just get hit really quick with the kind of go up to the one. Well, all right, so this is neat, right? That everyone feels really cool about how this graph kind of happens. And what do you end up with when that's ringing is, well, you got 1, 3, 5, and a 6. When you actually put this together, you do just kind of end up with a yeah. You get this just ringing at the end when you have all those open strings. And I think that's pretty neat, isn't it? Right? So that's neat. So we kind of had this one ish. I'm gonna leave that. Yeah, 7 1 7 1 1 7. Oh yes, 7 1 1 3 4 5, and then to kick on the overdrive now. Let me put that in there. Overdrive, baby. Then we go 1 with little trill. 1 hammer, 2 pull off 1. Doodly doo 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 doo. Doodly doo 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 doo. I could probably fit this all in one. Do you guys like how I'm kind of like combining guitar tab notation with the hammer-ons and the pull-offs, the H and the P, but like with the scale degrees? That's kind of I'm kind of pioneering over here on that one, honestly, which is funny because I also last time when we were doing Jigsaw falling into place, I was like, wait, did I just fix guitar tabs? Because I was like adding the rhythms 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to the guitar tab. So we are pioneering here, indeed. We are pioneering here. Us Gregornauts, we are always pioneering. Okay, so 1, hammer on to the 2, pull off to the 3. It's kind of a triplet situation. So I pull off to the 1, 1, 2, 1. And then we do the 7, 1, 6, 7. That is that part, is the so that's that, which is neat. I've got my guitar out learning with you and having a blast. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Daniel. I'm so happy to hear that people got their guitars in hand, having fun with me. That means a lot. That's awesome. Most weeks I cooked a potato 3 eggs night. Good man, Dan. Pretty sixer. Hell yeah. Breakfast food for dinner. I love breakfast for dinner, man. Eggs are one of my faves. Huh, never thought I would be learning this song, right? Nice. Wow, we're doing better at this than I thought we were going to. Except I think we all know it's coming up next, everybody. And then we switch to the other guitar. So let's talk about this guitar's flittle, right? Now we're switching to a different guitar. Let's take a look at that flittle best we can. Eggernaut. Gregornauts, all Gregornauts are Eggernauts, confirmed. That's amazing. It just repeats it. I mean, that's a really neat little thing, right? You have the one guitar on the right say hello, but come be like, I'm coming in. And then the other guitar is like, me too. I love that. It just, they both come in with that same flittle. Same as before. Yep. Same flittle, different guitar. Same shit, different day. Yep. Same flittle, different guitar. Very neat. And then, now, this is the part that I've been scared of the whole time, is trying to take a look at this, the sequence arpeggios with the pull-offs. I wonder, well, honestly, before we run away from that, I'm wondering, looking at this, what the timing of with these notes with the bass line, right? That's kind of what I'm wondering. What, these notes are really cool and all, what are they doing over the bass line? What happens when you put those together? Anthony Rodriguez, what's up, man? We are figuring it out. I hope if you're behind, or if you're ahead, I should say, if you're just joining us now, go back in the stream and check out how we learned the first part of this guitar solo. I'm obviously not perfect at it because I just learned it. Let's listen to what that is doing over the bass, right? Wow, that's so interesting. Whoa, whoa, that's worth a look at. Okay, that's really cool. So, though this beginning of this really interesting like open string rung happens, it does happen on the one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Watch that Kimmel live clip of it so many times trying to figure out what he was doing. I know, right? How did they even come up with that? I think it just stems from intention, right? How do you come up with something like that? I think it just stems from intention. I literally think they were like, I don't know, I'm putting myself in their shoes, and I think they're like, well, in composing a guitar solo, I don't know why, I kind of want to play around with the open strings, right? So like, well, I don't know, what if I just did, I want to get some of those strings in there, and you just commit to two notes, open string. 2 notes, open string, 2 notes, different open string, 2 notes, open string, 2 notes, open string, right? You just commit to like a device like that, like a theme. You just commit to that. And you can end up with really cool, unorthodox, unconventional things that sound awesome simply because you composed it with intention, basically. So, something else really cool about this is that we have a 4-bar chord progression, right? We're gonna open it up like this too. Let's see here. We have it written down over here, so I'm gonna get rid of this. We have a 4-bar chord progression, right? So we are repeating the chorus for this, right? Got the 1, 1, 2, 2, oh no, hold on a second. I gotta kind of sound better, right? Gotta kind of sound better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Nice. That is so freaking cool. So, I'm gonna get even crazier with this, right? So we kind of have the 1 chord, then we go to the 2, and then we go to the 5, and then we actually go to the 3, right? And you do actually have, let's see here. I'm like running out. Do I have another one? Maybe green or something? Brown. I'll go brown, I guess. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? 2, 1 and 2, 10, 10, 2. Am I counting it too slow? Hold on a second. What am I messing up here? Oh, I mean, let's see. How are you guys counting it? Because it can go either way, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, sorry. There we go. 1. I did do it right. I just notated it wrong. Right. So it actually goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 ish, right? There is a little bit of syncopation in there, giving some intrigue to this. But for the most part, you actually have a half a bar for each of these chords, right? That's really kind of what you're seeing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, right? That's kind of, it is that kind of situation, right? But I am now calling into question, like, is that a 2 chord there? Yeah. Yeah, okay, yes. I'm not, I thought I was going crazy. It's good to double check yourself. For all intents and purposes, we are still doing the same chord progression as the chorus. Yes. And it kind of has this rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so when you count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, you know, you might be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. How do I say this? If you are counting it like that, when you're looking at when do you begin this bend up? When do you begin that? It feels like you're beginning it on a downbeat, right? Kind of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You're looking for that 1 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. Right? That's what you're looking for. The downbeat right there. 1 and 2. That's what that feels like. But then when you actually look at when is that happening, right? You would be thinking to yourself, because it feels so strongly on the 1 there, right? Let's see here. Let me go back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, right? That's kind of how you're counting it, in your head, especially because that's how fast it's moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd be looking at this thinking, surely this is actually going to start right here, right? I mean, that makes perfect sense, right? We're on the 1 chord here, so we're kind of be bending up from the 7 up to the 1 here on the downbeat of this loop, right? Because it feels like that demarcation of a new section right there, right? But if you really look at it, let me actually divide this up even more, right? You actually get that, kind of get that, it's not what you think, right? That's what I'm really trying to tell you, is it's not going to be at all what you think. And this is another thing that makes this guitar solo so neat and so cool, is when are these things happening? So let's count out when that flittle happens, right? So, okay, so the flittle happens right here on 3. 1 and 2 and diddle-doo, 2. All right, so we'll put that down, right? The 7, the flat 7 descending. I'm just going to write down flittle, everybody, right? We keep talking about that as the flittle, so I think you'll know what I mean when I say that that is the flittle. Flittle. 1, 2, 3, 4. We very quickly bend up to that here. You know what? I should be able to actually, I'm thinking ahead this time. I'm thinking, actually, I should be able to put both guitar solos when they both start onto this like this, right? And I might need to change that to get some more room later. But the point is, right here on the 1 is when you get the 7 bend up to the 1 is right here, right? Right? And so then you're like, okay, that makes sense, right? Certainly the molasses section must be happening right here, right? Let's count that. Let's count it. It's much more interesting than that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and what? This does not at all happen where you would think, right? Because actually it turns out that happens, boom, right here. Boom, do. Isn't that so cool? Yeah, that it happens right there. 7, 1. 7, 1, 6. I'm still gonna do that thing where I'm noting the open string with that color. Got the 7, 1, 6, 4 on the ands, right? 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and situation, right? I mean, right off the bat, before I even continue on the rhythm, that is so cool. It really kind of really disorients you and throws you for a loop and kind of keeps you off. It feels like the ground is kind of falling beneath you and falling out from beneath you in a really cool way. That such a strong introduction to this new theme, I suppose we can call it, is happening on the 3rd beat of the 2nd measure of this 2-bar loop. That's just so interesting. It really feels like it marks a new section and therefore kind of feels like automatically structurally it should feel like it begins right there. And if at least not there, at least on the 1 right there, right? No, it happens here on the 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, it's so cool. It totally makes you feel like you're in some different time signature maybe, or that maybe they've pushed the measures around. So like, well, it's only a 3-bar. I don't know what's happening. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but woof, it's really a very, very cool thing to note. That's when that happens, is on the 3rd beat of the 2nd measure, right before it starts looping again. So do 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 do, and then that's cool too. Do 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 do. Then we immediately, yep, we got the 5 there. Do 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 do. 5, 3 there. No. Yep. Then we get the 7, 1, 1 before going for the 3, 4, 5. Neat. I should probably add these in here, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... That's so cool. That is not at all where you would be expecting to hear these things happening. I mean, so that's something you take with you right off the bat. You want to write a really cool, interesting guitar solo. You have a cool idea, and when you want to kind of add this interesting like disorientation thing to it. I don't know, like disorienting in a cool way, just like unexpected, kind of just throw people for a loop, catch them off guard, again in a good way, surprise them in a good way, right? A happy surprise. begin the like clear new musical idea in a place that's like kind of in the middle of another phrase, right? Because these are some phrases down here, right? This is a phrase, right? And so you're beginning, this is one phrase, and then this idea is another phrase, and they're beginning this phrase at the end almost of this phrase, really kind of in the middle end of that phrase. That is such a cool thing. And we could take a look at what's happening like harmonically there, but I don't really think that's necessarily worth it because, again, I just think they're like, yeah, generally all these things are kind of going to work. I don't think the keys are adding the harmonic material there, so it doesn't really, it's really just kind of, this does kind of become a riff, kind of. So it doesn't really matter there, right? Let me listen. Nope. 100%. Yes, the keys are still giving us those chords of the chorus right there. So that does add some very interesting material, right? So what are you seeing in your three, during your 3 chord, which gives us what 3 notes? Like that gives you the 3, that gives you 3, 5, 7, right? During this, we're getting, sorry, yeah, wait. That's so cool. That's another reason why this is seeming so weird. And, you know, I'm not even sure that they did this on purpose. I don't think they were thinking to themselves, yeah, we're going to have all these weird feeling chords over this. I do think that it was just kind of this happy accident of like, oh, these are the chords. It just happened. They just slid into place that way because you're like, I want to play this, right? That's just what I'm thinking of playing. I'm not thinking of how that goes over these chords at all. But it does show that you don't necessarily have to, you know, this is a compelling enough idea on its own that, and it's all kind of in the key that things are moving fast enough, because let's not forget, these chords are happening very quickly in such a way that even if you do have these dissonances, it doesn't really matter, right? It's really kind of more like this, isn't it? Kind of in that area. It just happens so fast that it doesn't really matter in terms of the dissonance. It doesn't stick around long enough for you to hear it that it's dissonant and feel that it's off, but it still does give you that really interesting obfuscation of things and this kind of like twisting of the dimensions, and it's just like, even if you don't realize that's dissonant, you do kind of hear it and it makes it sound cool, right? Because when you listen to me play it just straight up like this, don't you think to yourself, huh, that on its own sounds so much more kind of just like consonant and not as weird as I thought it did on the record. Ah, that's because you're hearing it alone. But when you hear it with these kind of chords played with them, you get these interesting flavors. Like, actually, this one gives you kind of a an augmented fifth feeling there, an augmented feeling because you get the 1, and then with the 6, you get kind of this sus feeling, this sus4 kind of feeling. Oh, sorry. Right? Sus4 feeling, and then we hit the 4, you get this really interesting Phrygian flat 2 feeling, right? Flat Phrygian feeling. So even just really quickly, you're just touching a little bit on some augmented flavors, some Phrygian flavors, just by having this selection of notes quickly over this. So there you go. Why does that sound so weird? Well, because you would have the you have this chord, this note in clashing with this note so hard, right? Because you got this, right? Oh, sorry, that one. You get the point, right? I'm expounding upon this a lot, right? So then you go to this one, you get a little bit of a, this is over your 1 chord, so 1, 3, 5. So you get a little bit of a major 7 flavor there, even just briefly. Well, that one kind of for more feels melodic, but then with the 2 chord, you get a 7, and then wow, we're really just like not even playing with the 2 chord at all. The 1, 3, and 5, none of those are in the 2 chord here, but it is just kind of like leading you to this next thing. So yeah, goes to show you that is why this kind of feels weird, is because we have this dissonance against these other chords, right? It's very interesting, right? Yeah, let me try to play this a little bit. Nice, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really what you're seeing there when you want to put the notes with the chords together there. Let me do that one more time, right? Yeah, so these notes are really getting in between these chords a lot. So, and again, just the sonic sound of those strings with the bending and the mass selection. That is so cool. It's sonically cool because of the open strings and the sound feeling. It's musically kind of very melodic. And then it's a little bit dissonant because of the way it gets in between the chords. So it is structurally very interesting. It is rhythmically very interesting. Again, we have that kind of feeling that makes it feel like that molasses thing. And then it is harmonically very interesting, and it is melodically passable, right? So that's like, it's this one little iconic thing is like playing on so many different elements of what makes music great. So, woof, iconic guitar solo, iconic. New friends, welcome. Yeah, good to see you guys. Yep, excellent. So you guys let me know what you think about that. That is a lot of stuff I just threw at you, but man, is that very, very neat, right? That's right, and then the other fiddle comes in too there. So then we switch over to the other guitar. So, yeah, we do get a quick triplet. Really fast little triplet in that guy right there. So we get 1, 1, 2, 1 and a triplet. Yep, and then we do, that doesn't even look like a 2, right? These are probably all looking like 2s. We got 1, 1, 2, 1, and then we have the 7, 1, 6, 7, right? Kind of those, the very quick. And then, oh, would you look at that? And then the fiddle from the other guitar happens in the same place on the third beat of that 3 chord there. That is so interesting. Feels like sitar playing with the triplets, the quickness. Yep, exactly. Definitely feels like it. Nice. Very cool. Let's keep going. This is the part I was scared about now. It's time. Woo! I don't know. I should have gotten a fourth whiteboard, guys. I should have gotten a fourth one. I kind of got the breakdown of the chapters of the whole guitar solo. And I got kind of what we've done so far here in terms of what these are. And then I have this one which I'm developing. I gotta erase one of these. Which one do you think I should erase, everybody? Holy crap, it's 9 o'clock already? We've been at this for 2 hours already? He's got to catch all those whiteboards. Flittle is my favorite. Flittle is very cute. I wish Espathra was more relevant. I wish Espathra was more relevant in the meta. Alright, okay. Let's see here. No, I'm actually... I mean, this one's kind of outrunning. I'm actually decided I'm going to erase this one because we've kind of outlived our usefulness of this one. That other one will still be useful later, perhaps, but this one's not going to be useful at all anymore. How have we already been at this for 2 hours, guys? So let's take a look at that that sequenced arpeggio part. Luckily, if we figure one out, we should be able to figure the rest of them out too. Pretty quickly. We got the little flittle. Whoa, Daniel, you are a real one, my friend. I'm glad you're hanging out. I'm also a night owl. It's all right. I mean, it's cool that it starts on the and, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and it's nice that I like that it's on the ands. That's really cool. Okay, let's slow this down a little bit and see if we can start hearing what's going on here. It does, yeah. We definitely are hearing something like that. It goes up at the end there, for sure. Okay, so what I'm hearing here, I'm pretty sure what I'm hearing here is we are hitting... We're hitting something, doing something. We're hitting a note up high, like this. And then we're doing some stuff. And then we go back up to the one we started on, right? That kind of shape. That's what we're seeing here, right? We do something here. And then we do a bunch of stuff here. Kind of arpeggioed or something. And then we do something and then we pop back up to that original spot, right? This is kind of what we're going to be doing down the whole fretboard, right? It would just be doing that in a bunch of different places up and down the fretboard, right? It's really nice and helpful to be able to kind of get the big beats of what you're looking for and what you're doing before you kind of jump in, right? Like understanding things like generally, like zooming out, like just generally explaining what's happening. Yeah, we're kind of doing this kind of... We hit something, do a bunch of stuff below it, and then pop back up to it, and then we move down and do the same shape somewhere else in sequence down the fretboard, down the scale, right? That's kind of what we're doing here. And it's really nice to think about things like that and figure those out before you jump in and start figuring out the exact notes that you're playing, right? And I actually think that something like this could be really interesting for people to kind of see. And so I'm just gonna like leave that shape-ish thing up there for people to see while we're doing that, if anyone comes and goes, because I think that would be nice for someone to see. I think it'd be good for them. Yeah. There you go. I think I'm definitely mostly just hearing arpeggio there. I don't know if we're going chromatic there. I don't know. I think we do. Yeah, that's you just gotta get a foothold on one of them, right? Yeah. Interesting. Oh. Man, am I gonna have to go? All right, I never thought I was gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to go to 0.25 speed on this for me to really hear this. Yeah. So we did have the notes right. Oh man. We did have the notes right. It's kind of it's the 1 add 6. It's a 1 chord with the add 6, right? Something like that, right? It's like 2. I think what we're gonna have to do is gonna figure out the notes. We're going slow, And then we're going to have to go back and do the rhythm a little bit faster because you can't even hear the rhythm going this slow. Because right now just Is that right? I should be writing this down. So the first one that we get on this is a 1 add 6. Neat. Or from the top to the bottom, it is 1 6 5 3. And then we go to this 6 5 3 2 situation, which is really hard to quantify as any chord at all. Maybe we don't even think about it in the chords at all. Maybe we just go to the 1 6 5 3 6 5 3 2. I guess you do it with 6 1 3. I don't know, 2 3 5. Yeah, I'm not even gonna think. I'm not even gonna try to do that for a chord right now. It's you do this and then that, and then what happens next? Right? Something like that, right? Yep, okay. Moving on down. Then we do 5 3 2 7. And then what are we ending up with, everybody? Okay, yep, there's a second scale degree. Oh, interesting. It kind of feels like we've changed keys here a little bit. That's so interesting. So that's really... Oh, that's right. And then we just repeat it. It's so good. It's so good. You just do it twice. But now we have 2, 7, 6, 4. Is that what it was? Mm-hmm. 5. Okay. So there you go. Generally you get a 1. We're gonna call it a 1-ish thing. And then, I don't know, a predominant-ish thing. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what we're gonna call this. We have tonic, predominant, and then dominant. That's what we have here. Right, guys? That's really, really what's happening here is this classic thing. Right? That feels tonic. And then we're going to our predominant. And then finally now we're going to go to... That's feeling pretty dominant, isn't everybody? And then... Feeling dominant, yeah. Yep. So that's what we're doing with these kind of things is we got a tonic, predominant, and then 2 kinds of dominant there. Those are the notes, for sure. Yes, it's very One Day More, indeed. Yeah. I mean, is that what One Day More is? I used to know that. Hold on a second. Let me see. Hey man, my that is it, right? Yep, it is. Why does that first part sound like One Day More? Because it is One Day More. It is the exact same notes. It is One Day More. One day more. Another day, another destiny. It's never ending road to Calvary. He's a man who seemed to know my crime will surely come a second time. One day more. Sorry, everybody. Any other theater nerds around? That melody reminds me of the drag queen for Future Past Present. I haven't listened to the song Drag Queen in a long time, which is weird because I love Thread of Joy and I love Oblivious, but I have not listened to Thread of Joy in a while. Sorry, I have not listened to Drag Queen in a while, so I don't even know the part that you're talking about that would sound like. So let's see if we can figure out a rhythm for this, right? We'll have to go a little bit slower here. Something like that, right? Oh. Yep, that's just it. Yep. It's just that, isn't it? That's the hard part, right? Because it's got that syncopation. It's got that syncopation, baby. One, two, three, four. Ooh, that's some pinky action. That is some pinky action, man. Right, it's like that 1-8. Right. Yeah, it's definitely, there's some triplet situation happening there for sure. Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah. Mine is, I can see chat, but no video. Sorry to miss the one live, yeah. Sorry, new friends. I mean, try reloading. I don't know. I'm sorry, my friend. Yeah. 2 and 2E and a 3 and a 4 and maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely like just a bunch of like triplets and stuff, right? I mean, so basically, Wake of Chaos, yeah, it's definitely probably mostly pull-offs, right? It's definitely, I'm pretty sure it's the one string, and then the 3 notes on the one string, and then the last note, the lowest note on the B string there. And you're right, I think it is like only one pick, one strum per pull off of those 3. I'm just using it, I'm just doing a little more picking there to try to figure out the accents, you know what I mean? Figure out the strong beats. It's almost Irish if you really kind of listen to it like that. Ooh, that one's tough. Yeah, let's see here. Right. I think it goes up that fast. So I'm definitely feeling the. In general, what we're seeing here is, yeah, you got the and. I'm gonna. Where's my red marker? What we are kind of seeing here in terms of the rhythm. I think what you're getting here you kind of have we start on the and, right? And that's when you get that like the high one. And then I'm pretty sure you get I think you start with these 16th note triplets, right? I think you start with a do do do. I think you get these 16th note triplets there. And the weird part about that is where the string change would be. The string change is here. That's where the string change is in between these two notes. Isn't that kind of wacky? Yeah. Some bebop shit over here. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. All right. I think that's also so you got a 16th note and then 16th note triplets? Are they 30? How does this work? Are they 32nd note triplets? Yeah. Dude. Yep. Okay. Yes. Ha! Wait a second. Yeah. Right? Because, so, help me out here, guys. So, 16th note triplets is 3 16th notes in the space of what would normally occupy would normally be occupied by 2 16th notes. So I'm pretty sure what you're actually seeing here is you got the half beat rest. You get your high bit here as a 16th note. And then these are actually 32nd note triplets. Again, with the string change being in between the second and third 32nd note triplets. So, and then because then you do get the 2 there, right? So you got 1, 1, and kind of really spread it all out, right? 1 and 2 and, right? This whole thing takes place just in this time frame. So, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. 1, 1, 2, 3, da. Yep. But that one holds on longer, right? Woo! Boom, bigada, badu, bigado. Yeah. Yes, guys, you're with me on this. Okay, so for sure. Oh boy, everybody. Yeah. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it this. We're gonna have to do it. We're going to the good old one enda, everybody. We're doing it. 1 E and 2 E and We're doing it. With the bar line there. Okay. 1 E and what do you guys think about me noting the string change here, right? I think that'd be fun to just show where the string changes are, right? That's kind of a neat idea. And then I don't know exactly what for. Oh yeah, 1 E and 2. We do get our high bit again there. And I know that we're gonna get. So that's a staccato, we'll say. That's a very staccato. I don't know exactly what that is, but I do know we get this guy staccato on the at the end here, right? That's always what's happening. I feel like MG's breaking into the mainframe. He's actually analyzing those. Physically the first in the world to figure this out at this level of detail. Good idea pointing out the string change. One more point of context. I never took song analysis this seriously, and now I want to. Wake of Chaos, I am really, really excited to hear that perhaps what we are doing together on this stream is making you see something in a new light and perhaps get into looking at it in a deeper get into song analysis, right? That's pretty awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. If you are interested in this kind of stuff, definitely go check out the other live streams. I got all of the replays of the live streams up that have already been up. You can also check out some of my shorts for like quicker bits of context, and also I do have some long form videos that a lot of people have said have been very helpful too. So if you're fascinated by this stuff and you're starting to consider taking song analysis seriously, I would highly recommend it. Oh, all right, my friends. Signed up for lessons. All right, cool. Fantastic. Well, I am very happy to hear that. I got like 4 people I got an email about lessons, and I just didn't get to it today because it was a busy day. So that's amazing to hear. You can expect an email from me soon. Maybe tonight after this live stream, but also maybe early tomorrow. So thank you very much. I'm excited to see you in lessons. It'll be great, my friend. It'll be great. All right, moving along a little bit. Yes, Wordy Toad. I agree that I think that I am probably, I thought about this before. This keeps flipping around on me over there. I don't know why. Something about it keeps wanting to just pull that way. Anyway, Wordy Toad. I've also wondered that myself. Am I the first person in the world to be looking at these songs in this level of detail? I think probably yes, honestly. I don't know how I feel about that. I think good, because I think they are songs that definitely deserve analysis. But it also makes me a little greedy too, because I'm just like, more people should be looking at my stuff, right? Like, let's get 100,000 subscribers. Let's get 500,000. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Because I think it's great stuff. I think, you know, you see so many people over TikTok and the internet all of a sudden kind of just giving like quick tips and tricks about songwriting, about arrangement, about production, about analysis, all kinds of stuff. And tips and tricks are fun, but I think really getting in the guts and actually having a comprehension of things that are actually going on is much better, right? A deeper actual comprehension as opposed to just like, yeah, the tips and tricks, what I call like a trained monkey situation of like people who just like know if they just, you get these people who are just like, if I just press these buttons in this order, I get this result and that's enough for me to like, you know, make music or whatever, and that's great. Everyone just should be making music as much as they want, but I don't like something that I've been observing, which is that you see the conflation of the two, right? You see the conflation of, yeah, I just pull up this compressor plugin that I bought for $60 and I know I just click some presets and it sounds good. The conflation of that with understanding how compression actually works and how it actually affects the sound, right? That kind of thing is, you see conflation where people think that they actually understand something when they really don't. And I wish there was less of that in this world, honestly, but you know. You guys are, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are the good ones here with me today. All right, let's keep going. Okay, what a wild situation this is currently. Can't believe we have 30-second note triplets on this song. 30-second note triplets. Are you serious? Wild. 30-second note triplets. Are you serious? Alas, we are here. Okay. So something is happening in here, right? We got the one. I don't even know if I can count this out for you guys. We're gonna have to, like, I'm gonna have to pull up my like DAW and put it in like that, and just like confirm or something. Okay, let's keep going though. As it gets simpler here, I think I might actually just be hearing... I think I might actually just be hearing... Is that what we're hearing here, everybody? Nope, 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 certainly not. Nope, that's not what we're hearing. Definitely not that. I'm already going so slow. I don't know how to feel about that. You hate to see it, but I think, okay. We're missing this guy here, right? So I think what we have, I think what we are seeing, because I thought perhaps that last note would be ending up here on the and, but it goes over the and, so I think, it needs to be more, right? We got one ienda. I wish we could get between the one ienda, right? So you got the, I believe you're actually seeing, we got to break this down like this, right? So what would you be seeing? You'd be seeing, okay, right? We can all agree on this, that you would see four 30-second notes in E and here. And I'm pretty sure this guy is a rest. And frankly, you might even be seeing something even funkier than that, honestly. Oh yeah, and the string change too. It's either that or some other triplet thing. I think we have to, if we want, this is like so fast, it's pretty wild. If we want to know this for sure, yeah, don't overthink it. Big Cuff, good point, don't overthink it. Um, honestly, guys, I think I might even just like pull up a DAW and see. Pull up my own little instrument and see what we could do about this. Let's see here. And just like program it in there just to see, because I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not I'm not really a good enough instrumentalist to really to like play it like that to see if that's even correct. Honestly, it's pretty wild. Do I have something in here already? Let's see here. Ba, ba, ba. It's my life, I can't delete it. Is that the life I lead? All these real things and sudden decisions, just wanna waste my time with you. Oh! That's so rude of you, but we're gonna do it nonetheless. I hope you all guys are okay that we're really doing this. Yo, Sancho, first time on the stream. Thanks for the content, inspiration musically. Hey, absolutely, my friend. I'm so happy to be here for you and help you like that, man. It's really, really very, very happy to see that I'm, able to touch some people, you know what I mean, and help them, and that's what I'm trying to do. So thank you so much. If you sign up for lessons, you'll be hearing from me very soon. This has been a busy couple days. Hee hee. Oh, I should be sharing my screen with you guys, all right? All right, cool. So we're gonna see about this. We got the 1E and 2E and 1E. Why don't we actually wait? Let's figure out what no, we'll take it slower than that, right? Let's see here. Doesn't go that high, right? Wow, gross. That is really loud. Anyway. So we got the 1E. I gotta turn you down, my friend. That's so annoying. Eh. Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. Am I in 4/4? Did I mess this up? 1 and 2 and. Got 1E and what am I looking at here? How come I go to this? Yeah, that looks right. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Bonk. Wow, okay. We're really gonna figure out if this is actually what's happening here. All right, everybody. Oh, that sounded right, didn't it, guys? Did you hear that? We got the 1E and we got the 1E and a 2 And then the E, I wanted to see if it was... that doesn't seem right, does it? That's sounding pretty good, right? Just at a slower tempo, right? Ooh, maybe not right. What tempo is that actual song? Stuffy those trip. I feel like this is something about this is right. Oh, let's see. What DAW is this? Yeah, Studio One. I love Studio One. I mean, so I actually I went to school for audio, and I was a professional audio engineer in New York City for a while. And Pro Tools is great. Love Pro Tools. It's especially good for audio, specifically audio mixing and editing. It's really great for. Logic is not very good at audio and editing and mixing. It is pretty good at, like, as a songwriting tool, as a production tool. It's really meant for like that kind of creation process. And I really find Studio One is a really good balance of the two. You know what I mean? That's why I really like Studio One. But yeah, I've used a lot of them. Ableton's great too. I've used many DAWs. Pro Tools I used a lot professionally. Logic I'm not that thrilled with, honestly, but I see why people like it. Studio One feels like a really good balance of like kind of the best of both worlds of like Logic and Pro Tools. Ableton is obviously also great. People love FL Studio. I've never really used FL Studio or anything like that. Yes, it's not Ableton, it's Studio One. Song is actually to the meat of an Irish folk song swung on. See, Wordy Toad, I was thinking that too, actually. Like, earlier I was playing something, and I was like, I was playing this, and I was like, it kind of sounds like an Irish jig, doesn't it? Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was it, right? Making it work. Wait, pardon me, friends. How the fuck are you playing this one? What is it tapping? I think it's, how is he playing? I think it's all just like pull-offs and stuff. I think it's all pull-offs and stuff like that. It's very close. It was recorded at half speed, then and it did. I don't know. He can play it live. He can play it live, so I'm not sure if he recorded half speed and then double timed it. Who knows? Anyway, what tempo is this actual song? Let's find out. That way we can go all the way with this. It's my life, I can't delete it. Is that the life I lead? I'm just gonna tap it out. Whoops. Oh, we were pretty close actually. Apparently it's like 118 or something like that. So we'll go back into our Studio One here. And let's see, right? What is that sound? Did I like put a note somewhere accidentally? What is that? Oh, yeah. I got some other stuff going on up there. Let me get rid of that. Let's move over here, everybody. Almost sounds like is it something like that? Wow. Do you guys think it is on like just after the 2 there? I don't know, how would you even play it like that, though? I really feel like, as a human being, you're probably more likely to play it like this, right? Let's listen again, everybody. Let's just keep listening, right? No, it's on the 2. It's on the 2 there. It definitely is on the 2. There, yeah. Feels faster though, right? Something about this doesn't seem exactly right, right? Whoops. Right, guys? Something about that doesn't seem exactly right. Is that it? That seems pretty close, right? I think. Wait, hold on. Is that it, guys? Let's move further up. Let's move this further down. All right. So let's see here. Let's copy that over. Move it down to the E there, and we're going. Whoops. Let's see here. What are we doing? What notes did we do there? We went to the 2, so A, right? Yep. Got the 1, 5, 3, 2, yep. Do you guys think it's just triples both ways? Man, is this even worth it? To even keep really perfecting this, like, absolutely perfectly? Like, do you guys think it is triplets like this, too? I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. What do you think is probably like it? Do you think it's that double triplet situation, or do you think it is? I think it's that. I think it's the triplet and then it's straight. Right? Is it the triplet and then straight, or is it the double triplet? I would be holding that out, right? I don't think it's that. Let's see here. Yep, written to be triplets, but probably just a little human, right? Let's see here. Oh, wow, you guys gave me more. Hey, thank you again for the tip. Very, very, very appreciated. Let's see here. That sounds closer. Little break. The string switching back. Yep. Four. I love Always. That's a great band. We might have to just call it something like this. Oh, we can go. Let's go listen to the live version, guys. See if it's maybe a little bit clear on the live version, right? Have we considered that? Let's go take a listen to that. he's playing as triplets both ways through. Yeah. He's playing it as triplets both times, I think. He almost plays it, honestly, he almost plays it better here in the live version. Hold on. Hold on. Is he playing that different than he did on the record? Now we gotta find that out too. No, I think that's the part. Okay, so we were a little bit off there, guys. Well, by we, I mean me. It seems like it is the triplets both times, except, hear me out. It looks like what's happening this time around is now this is the triplets. Right? No, that can't be it. Nope, I was wrong. I was wrong, everybody. That's not right. Are these guys actually just straight on the way down? Diddly-diddly-doo. Diddly-diddly-doo. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Diddly-diddly-doo. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, alright, okay. No. Wait, so we had it. Like, just, like, played, like you guys said, like, kind of humanly, right? Yeah, that's definitely not it. Yep, okay, so in comparing it like that, it is clear that that is too fast, right? It's this, isn't it? And a tempo of 117, because that's how fast the song is. Yep. That's it. 100%. That's it, everybody. Huh. Let's do the whole thing. We're doing it. Bonk. Right? We got... Whoops. Okay, right? I'm going crazy on this one, guys. Absolutely insane. Right? That's not right. Okay, so we had, what is that one? So that one is 5, 3, 2, right? Okay, so these both come down. Up. Right, because then you go 2, 7, 6, 5. 2, 7, 6. Is that it, everybody? Is that it? Is it just me, or is this coming in a bit early? It feels like this is Coming in a little bit early, right? Sorry, a little bit late. Nah. Like you guys said, played like a human. Like you guys said, played like a human. Should I put some drums on that too, everybody? There's just some stuff that I was playing with. Oh, come on. Nope, not that. Don't ask me who Quizem is. Okay. I just put a kick and a snare on there, right? All right. Ah, see, now we see. This definitely comes in earlier than that, doesn't it? All of these top guys come in earlier than that. Or sorry, this first bit, right? Right? Oh, man. Oh, man. We're doing it. We're absolutely freaking doing it here, everybody. Wow. Gotta save that. Did we do it? Did we do it? Wow. Hey, man, like I said, I didn't want to cheat with the tools too much. I mean, using a DAW to just like do the rhythms like this does like, it felt like that last thing we had to do. You know what I mean? Wow. But that feels right, doesn't it? I feel like that's the thing. I feel like that's it, isn't it? I can't believe that. So this is on 1E and It's the before the triplet there. That is absolutely wild. How does he even play that? Woo! How do you even play that as a human being, man? This guy must have practiced. This is the kind of thing that you literally, you start this at like half tempo. Because like how on earth you're doing this consistently is mind-blowing. So like Amir, man, everyone gives some points to Amir. That is absolutely wild how good he did that. So yeah, that's the 1E and Right, they were playing this. So these are our Yeah, our eighth note's one end, one E, and that's more than a 2 E. It's just like there's not something like in between. Like we have one E and a. Do we have something between the E and a? One E and a, two E and a, three E and a, four E and a. Do we have something between there? Wild. Woo. Woo. Wow. Woo. Okay, it's an Irish jig, everybody. It's an Irish jig. I'm sorry for holding out on the DAW for so long for you guys. It just didn't feel necessary up to this point. You know what I mean? It just really did not feel necessary. So that is the wildest thing I have like ever seen, honestly. So if we're gonna come back to this now and take a look, it's this Irish jig situation. So this is I'm gonna say this. We got the F sharps. We got it. We got the rhythm on that. Can we get some F sharps in the chat, please? F sharps in the chat for getting this down. So we were really close, actually. We were very close. Let's see. Let's see. What did we mess up? So first of all, we got a crazy resting situation where actually this guy, wow, how do you even like, right? So we come in. Oh yeah, that's what we can do there. Okay, so we have a 16th note rest to begin with there. Then we have because we gotta build this out into 2. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Check it. Nice. Okay, so that's that. Then we actually. Oh, I know how you're gonna do this, right? Nah, that doesn't really make sense to do so. So. We don't really have that. We do just kind of hold this out there. That's a thing, right? You could do that. Woo! We were really close, everybody. There you go. We were really close. I'm really proud of us, honestly. F sharps in the chat for sure on that. There you go. Irish, it's definitely an Irish jig kind of situation indeed. So have fun with that. It's my life, I can't delete it. Is that the life I lead? This my brain is blasted on this. This is so wow, that took a lot, but we did it. So that's exciting. I don't know what to do with this information. I guess what you do with this information is ask yourself if or tell yourself if you want to play like this, you might as well go practice some Irish music, right? I mean, these are the kind of rhythms that we're working with here. That's some Irish jig situation right there. That is wild. Very fun too. Let's move on to the end of this guitar solo. We are very close to finishing this guitar solo here. Wowzers. Oh. All right, neat. This part, right? Interesting. Okay. Is that what that one guitar is doing? Is he playing on octaves? Right? Neat. That is not what I thought that was at all, but neat. All right, what's the other guitar doing? Oh, that one's a lot weirder. The one on the left guitar is a lot weirder than that one. Man, this guitar strap just keeps coming off on me. All right, everyone, we done with this Irish jig situation? We should be. All right, cool. So now that rabbit hole of figuring out what the heck that guitar solo was, is done. Sorry, what the heck that like really quick part was. I will say for anyone who has joined later in the live stream in the chat, definitely go back and watch the first half of this because we definitely had a little bit more actionable information, like analysis and stuff that actually would be really helpful and applicable for if you are a songwriter yourself or a guitarist yourself kind of situation. That was kind of just like a someone's got to figure out what the heck this is situation, you know what I mean? And it was fun, and you got to see us pull out all the tools, right? If you got the tools, use them. Mr. Greg, what are your thoughts on Wallows? I have heard a couple songs by Wallows. I like Wallows. Let me see here. Yeah, right. Yes, okay. Yeah, I like Weird Wallows. I had a couple of their songs saved on some of my playlists from a couple years ago. I like them. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Wallows is good. I mean, they're definitely vibes. Wallows is very vibey. They kind of remind me of like that like new era of like, you know, Two Door Cinema Club and stuff, but rather than being such like angular like indie alt rock, the way that like Two Door and like Bombay Bicycle Club and stuff like that were, is definitely a little bit more organic, a little bit more like of that dreamy pop aspect to it. But I like them. They're a good vibe to put on. Yeah, how's that? I like them. Okay, so now the dissonant part, right? The dissonant part, right? I'll tell you right now, we briefly go to a Phrygian situation. That's what you're starting to hear there, everybody. Sorry, not a Phrygian. Not Phrygian, because it's not minor. It's that harmonic major thing, right? Am I doing that right? Double? Is it double harmonic major? It's the Meserlu thing, right? Let's see here. What scale in Meserlu? All right. Double harmonic major. That's what this is called. So we go to a double harmonic major section. Double harmonic major. And here's what I'll say is that this is the scale used in Meserlu by Dick Dale. And if you don't know that song, then go check it out. It's pretty cool. So then you kind of have the top guitar doing, I'll call it the right guitar. The right guitar doing this 1 flat 2, 1 flat 2. That's the big thing, is the flat 2 situation, right? Because we're in D major. Ooh, interesting. What am I hearing? Oh, well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's doubling through my DAW. Let me turn that off for now. There you go. That explains why it was sounding like that. Very interesting, right? So you got a flat 2, right? Why do we have a flat 2 in a major key? Well, that's the cool thing about it, right? You're in the key of G major, right? Yeah, pretty neat, right? But let's figure out what that other guitar that's harmonizing with it is doing. Oh, that's what that one is. I think it's got... I think that guy on the bottom there. Yeah, right? I think that's what he's doing. I'll double check. Correct. Is that what you're doing? Might just let it down a little bit. Yeah, he does go there. That's interesting. Yep. That's what's happening with those guitars. Yeah. Yeah, right? Wow, that's such an interesting thing that he's playing there. Huh? Wild. Okay, so that is what he's playing. So that means the left guitar is playing 3 5 3 5 3 flat 6 4. That's wild. So the top guitar goes, and then the bottom guitar is going. Wow, why are they doing that? That's so wild, right? Yep. Woo! That is some double harmonic major stuff, right? Where does that happen over these chords here, too? Yep, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's super dissonant, right? Because we are playing. So when we get to this part, this thing that we're holding out is over the 5 chord. This part is kind of over that 2 chord situation, which is really interesting. Sorry. It's more like this part is over the 2 chord situation. And then this whole thing is over that 1 chord situation. So that is a really interesting kind of bout of notes here that you do have. You have a 1 chord here, you know. But you don't. That's so interesting, right? To this, right? That is so weird, right? Then we go to our 5 chord, but we add a 7 to it. Woo! I don't know. That's just fun, right? I mean, that just goes to show you that they knew that they were playing around with modes, right? Because they just were like, let's keep having fun with the modes, right? Let's just keep going and be wacky about it. We already got the major in there. We got Mixolydian in there in the verse. We talked about that in part 1 of this live stream. If you can kind of consider that they're kind of playing with the Lydian flavor a little bit again. Man, what is going on with this guy that it just keeps slipping? And then major more so, and then a little bit of the just like the chromatic stuff thing, and then they add some double harmonic major here, right? Double harmonic major. That's what you're seeing here, which is the Miserler situation. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff, right? Right? Jeez. Yeah. Let me let someone else play, right? All right, here the left is 3-4-3-4-5-4-3. No, I don't think it's 3-4-3-4-5-4-3. I do not think that's what the left is hearing. Jazz-tacular, he called it. Eric Colson says the Growlers or the Red Pears are the closest thing to the Strokes for me. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, I definitely don't get much of a Strokes vibe from... Oh, sorry, I was still thinking of Wallows. I definitely do not get a Strokes vibe from Wallows. What about from Growlers? Let's see here. Do I know Growlers? I'll check them out later. I do not know Red Pears at all. I've definitely listened to the Growlers, so that's fun, but I've never heard of Red Pears ever. So that's a cool one. I'll have to check out the Red Pears. Thank you for that. Is there a particular Red Pears song or album I should check out? I guess it's just their popular ones, right? Yeah, small LA band. Nice. Good for them. Okay, so that's that, I think. We figured out the whole solo, right? We figured out the whole solo. I'm pretty sure the rest of the song is just repetitions of the stuff we've already actually looked at. I'm actually pretty sure that the "It's my life and I can't delete it, is that the life I lead?" I'm pretty sure all of that is just more of the chorus, and then it goes to the bridge again with it. I know you want it. And then we've already analyzed all that stuff. So I know it seems kind of like an unceremonious end, but we did do the whole thing. Let's just keep listening for a second here. Yep, chorus. This is the chorus. That's still just the chorus. That's still just the chorus, guys. I will leave that. Oh, in my dreams, I'll never let it bother me now. Not my style. Woo. Yeah, end it on 1 major 7. It always feels complete. In my dreams. Yep. It's still just the chorus, guys. It's just more chorus till the end there. And then the bridge again. And I know you want it. Somebody's taking much too long. Taking much too long. On your back. Yep. I guess we can just figure out. I will leave, right? I will leave I will leave it. In my. Wait, how's it? I will leave it. In my dreams. Yep, there, right? Yeah, it's just more chorus, everybody. I mean, he does belt a D up there. That's pretty crazy to get up there like that, right? Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really belt it. I don't know why I said belting. He's definitely doing a mix with some distortion in there, right? Right? He kind of sticks it. He sticks it way in his nose and just gets in there belting that, right? I will leave it. Oh, in my dreams, I'll never let it bother me now. I know it sounds like I'm hurting my voice, but I'm not. I've learned how to do the distortions well. Sorry, I've learned how to do them without hurting yourself, but I'm certainly doing a very bad job of it right now because I've been talking for hours and hours and hours, and my voice is definitely tired. Anyway, hot cross buns. Yep, I mean, Mi-Re Do is awesome, right? Again, any Pat Finnerty fans out there? It's Three Blind Mice, man. Three Blind Mice rips. We love three Blind Mice, right? I will leave that. Oh, in my I will leave that. Oh. See, the other thing is also just like afraid of like. I'm also just afraid of like belting into the microphone here. I don't need to show off my voice. I don't know what I'm doing. L. I believe you that it was a typo. But yeah, that's it. It's just more hot cross bun stuff. And he just does this really interesting thing. Like, that's why that song, that bit, you know. I'll never let it bother me now. Never let it bother me now. It's not my stuff. It's a D, which is insanely high. It's wildly high. So that's crazy that he's even getting up there. So good for him. Very much good for him. That's the song. There's really nothing else to analyze, honestly. Unless you wanted to talk about like vocals and stuff, but again, maybe for another day we'll do vocals. But I'm definitely feeling like we did it. We knocked it out. We analyzed the verse. What was so good about the verse, how the intro goes is the bridge that comes back later. How the chorus is so interesting and how it's like kind of tonal but not, and is a chord progression but also kind of not, but then also just the way that everything works together, like structurally with the arrangements and how they're, again, these machines that working against each other and they kind of come together to work in parallel before going back to their business. There's all this modal mixture that is so cool and so rad. Let's take a quick look through our structuring of our guitar solo, right? We have our little rundown, which is just a chromatic situation from, you know, the flat 7 down to the 5. Came in at the end of the solo with the Irish part. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff in the beginning. Definitely go check out the beginning of that. The molasses section with the open strings is really neat. Is really cool. That was probably my favorite part, and we really talked about how that one, it's interesting sonically, like the sound design of it. It's interesting from a like rhythmic perspective because he plays it with this very like loose time feel that kind of is behind the beat and really nice. It's interesting like melodically. I mean, it's passable melodically. It's not like the best melody in the world, but it's good. And then it also is harmonically interesting because it adds all these interesting little all these interesting little notes in between the chords, right? And I already erased that thing, but go ahead and take a look at that later. And then the Irish jig part. It's just these arpeggios. It's just these nice little arpeggios that he does. And he just had a rhythm and he just stuck to it in this crazy fast little Irish jig way that is just like, I don't even know how he did it. And then they come in with this double harmonic major situation. at the end. And what's really cool about the repeats, right? We should talk about the repeats, right? That's part of the reason why those repeats. Let's see if I can kind of get something going like that, right? Oh yeah, right? That's too many. But that, they have the repeats in there with the delay pedal that really is part of why that feels so wild, is because at the end you get this really awesome delay of this half step between the 1 and the flat 2 at the end there. I mean, that's pretty neat, isn't it? I think it is. Right? They kind of turn the delay on at the end there. Yeah, it's that 1 to flat 2 half step, the G and the flat 2 of the A flat there is really, really neat. And again with the other bit too, because that's also happening there. That's what's happening there. Oh, that's where it goes to. That's what's happening there. Woo! Dude, that sounds like it, doesn't it? Oh, that's so cool. So adding the delays from a sound design perspective was a really neat idea, because you really get those half steps in there, don't you? Yeah. Sounds super cool. Is it post-production? No, I think it's just a delay pedal. All you gotta do is just put a delay pedal on it and you get it. Yeah. I'm having fun now, man. Okay, that's enough of that. And then let's talk about just this nice little thing that they did there, which is that, so there's your run through the guitar solo. It's really cool that both of the guitars come in like this longer conversation, and they both start with the same little, right? They both start on that, which is really cool. Someone said it's like adults are talking light, where they have like a conversation back and forth with each other. And then at the end, they decided, let's just let the bass and the drums come in, right? These two guitars got a chance to really shine for a moment there. And then they give the other people a chance to shine as well, because I love listening to that little groove at the end of the guitar solo there. Yeah, this part, just let it groove, right? Oh, it's so good. It's so nice of them to just be like, you know what? The guitar solos got to show off, and they had a great time with that guitar solo. But let's give the rhythm section a chance to show off too. And man, do we benefit from it? I wonder how the molasses section would sound with this delay pedal situation, right? Woo! That's so cool. Delay is so fun, isn't it? That's delicious, isn't it? I can't play the next part. You would take a lot of practice to play that part properly. But for everyone joining it, let's share the fact that we did figure it out. We did do it. Can you believe that? Here you go, everybody. Study it. This is what's going on here. We did it. We did it, everybody. I don't know how or why, but we did. That's the new thing, right? Is Leave It in My Dreams solo. Is it Meeserloo? Is it an Irish folk song? The answer is both, and that's pretty wild. So let's see here. What do you do with this to take this with you and actualize it? Well, again, we did talk about some of the structural thing earlier, which was really, really, really neat. And beyond that, though, it's really like 4 guitar solos in one, right? Because you have the molasses bit, you have that overdrive bit, you have the arpeggio bit, and then you kind of have this harmonic major bit. It's, I think, a really cool idea when composing guitar solo to just have all these different ideas and sections that you just string together like a bunch of vignettes. It's just really cool. It takes you on quite a journey. It kind of feels like at the end of All Along the Watchtower, the Jimi Hendrix cover of that song, he does a similar thing where he has like 6 different solos just strung together in a row where they all have their individualized identities and like sounds and tones and things. Then you just put them together and it takes you on this crazy cinematic journey. And that is also what this guitar solo does. It's really, really cool. It's something that you could take with you if you wanted, you know, have multiple really strong ideas and just run through them one by one to give people a journey of a guitar solo. You know what I mean? Very, very cool. Very, very, very interesting. And that's it, everybody. We've done Leave It in My Dreams. If someone wants to know something else about it, you know, I mean, I would recommend checking out the other live streams because we went over everything, honestly. There's a lot of really fascinating and very interesting stuff in this song that is definitely worth a watch. I definitely will be putting out a video on that relatively soon. By relatively soon, I don't expect it in the next couple of weeks. It'll take some time to write and record and produce any type of video for this song, which is wild. For some reason, I thought this one was going to be the shortest since it was just the solo. Yeah, nope, it didn't happen. Almost 4 hours. But I knew that this guitar solo one was going to be really long. I was nervous for it. Also, because I was like, am I even going to be able to figure out what's going on in here? We did figure it out, luckily. And it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it. What is coming up next? Next Wednesday, is that the 31st? Yep. Wednesday, January 31st is Jigsaw Falling into Place Part 2. And then that means Monday, what is that? Monday the 5th? Yep. Monday the 5th. Which means Monday, February 5th, we will have a new Julian song for minor but major Mondays. There you go, everybody. So be on the lookout for the poll for what minor but major song we're gonna do next. I let you guys vote, let you guys decide. That's it. Leave It in My Dreams. We did it. Really cool song, really neat. I like this song even more now, and I didn't even know that's even possible. It's really cool to see some of this stuff demystified, and like honestly, even seeing it demystified and seeing what they're doing, I don't think that ruins any of the magic. Like to me, the magic is just in the fact that they even did it. You know what I mean? It is that good. It's so beautiful and so wonderful. I hope you guys had fun watching. I know I did. Hopefully, guys, will see you guys on the next stream. I just put out a video on Interpol on the first. I'm gonna probably do 2 videos on Interpol. I did the first one just on the riff. That's out. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. It's really cool. If you like what I do, if you want to support it, you can give me a like. Tell your friends, like really share it with people if you think someone would like this kind of stuff. Subscribe, which is always nice, but you can also support Patreon. I got original music out you can check out. You can also just leave a tip on the stream if you would like, with super thanks, or leave a tip on any video. It's really appreciated a lot. I have a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys have fun watching, and I hope that we can just continue to keep doing this and, you know, spreading the wealth, spreading the love, spreading the appreciation of the music, spreading the education, all kinds of things. A couple people noticed, a couple people said they were going to take private lessons, which is neat. I teach private lessons if you guys want to learn anything about that. We do all kinds of things now. We do song analysis and music theory, but we also do philosophy of the arts, philosophy of music. We do music appreciation. We do songwriting. We do mixing and mastering, and we do arrangement and some guitar and voice if you would like. You know, I call them multidisciplinary private lessons. And I just started a new radical pricing program for those lessons. If anyone like wants to take lessons but can't afford it, I did do a study radical pricing program, so go check that out. And I hope to see some of you guys soon. All right, don't be a stranger, leave a comment on any video anytime, and I hope to see you guys all again. All right, it's been lovely. Minor but major Mondays, we did it for sure. And I love this song even more now. All right, guys, we're done. Thank you. Bye bye, see you later.